Hello there, and welcome to the July 2012 edition of Media Sales Monthly. Ad spending in the U.S. increased 2.6% in the first quarter of this year, according to the latest report from Kantar Media. Total ad spending reached $32.9 billion during that time. The gain represents a modest rebound compared to the flat spending in the second half of 2011. TV stands out as the market leader in terms of growth, with an increase of 7.6%. That growth was fueled largely by spending in national syndication and on Spanish-language TV. Spanish-language newspapers saw a 4.7% increase in ad revenue, but that wasn't enough to bring the overall newspaper sector into positive territory. Although newspapers saw an overall drop of 4.3%, they may find solace knowing that FSIs were up 3%. However, Kantar says that early figures from the second quarter show continued growth and improvement in media that have been lagging behind the overall market. Other media that fared well, outdoor was up 4.6%. As we said, FSIs were up 3% and radio increased by 0.8%. Kantar's numbers can give media properties a heads up about where they'll be making their sales for the rest of the year. We know that political spending will be big this year, as will advertising related to the Olympics. But the Kantar study points to some other hot categories as well. And smart media sales reps should keep in mind that the financial services industry is the fourth biggest category and also the fastest growing. In a hopeful sign that the U.S. economic recovery is gaining traction, 46% of consumers are planning to spend more this back-to-school shopping season than in 2011. That's an increase of more than 250% from last year, according to a recent study from PriceGrabber. Conversely, just 19% said they'd probably spend less. That figure is down from 35% who said they'd spend less in 2011. Last year was widely considered to be a disappointing back-to-school season for retailers, so this new data presents a tremendous opportunity for back-to-school retailers to increase their ad spending. And those retailers would be smart to start advertising soon. Even though we're in the middle of summer, PriceGrabber says 17% of consumers have already started back-to-school shopping, and 35% plan to start shopping in July. Here's another great takeaway for sales reps. PriceGrabber says that for the past 7 months, they're seeing consumers starting to shop earlier around major shopping seasons, and they expect that trend to continue. As a salesperson, how often do you challenge your clients or prospects? We mean that in a positive way, of course. A recent study by the Corporate Executive Board shows those advertisers appreciate selling organizations that challenge their thinking and offer unique insights. To truly be a consultative seller, it's important to remember that clients and prospects want you to focus on their world and their issues, not just your solutions. If you stimulate their thinking, you can speed up the sales process and get the sale closed. A slight change in a prospect's point of view can pique his or her curiosity, which in turn can make him or her more receptive to a sales pitch. How do you do this? Well, one blogger referred to it as taking a commercial teaching point of view. Learn everything you can about the prospect and his or her business. Then find ways to reframe their thoughts and beliefs about their business or situation. Listen, don't worry if you get some pushback from the prospect. After all, if they're already agreeing with everything you say, they'll treat you as nothing more than a commodity. Now you're not just selling a prospect or client, you're consulting and teaching them. Remember, it's all about them, not your solution, at least not at first. That's it for this edition of Media Sales Monthly. I'm Douglas Sells.